Hey you guys, welcome to another custom video where I talk about the custom that I made recently, or I don't know when this is going up, so I don't know how recently. There is a Facebook video to this, so if you have not seen it, I should have it linked somewhere. So if you guys want to see like me making the face up, you can do it. I think that's it. And this custom is for Gina. So I was excited to do one for her because she likes Egyptian things. She likes the Egyptian style. She has Egyptian dolls. And if you guys don't know, I actually really love the learning about Egyptian things. That's just kind of like a common interest with us. We just like Egyptian stuff. So I just jumped at the chance to make an Egyptian doll for her, which I really hope she likes it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you. This was a Deuce doll. I actually had, I guess this is considered a mod. I had taken out the snakes and rerouted with my navy and I call this color gold, but I mean it's a yellow. It's just yellow. It's not like sparkly or anything. But yeah, I really like this look. And what I did for the skull cap is I painted it copper and then I dry brushed or antiqued with a navy blue. So that way I kind of went with this, but it had the copperiness. I feel like Egyptian stuff is usually like a copper, gold, and kind of like a navy blue, dark blue color. So that's what I use in a lot of the times when I do Egyptian like things. So yeah, and oddly enough, it was actually really easy to take his snakes out. I actually still have them because I save things like that in case I want to do something for another custom. But like I think they were already like halfway coming out and I just yanked it on it a little bit and they popped out and I was like, oh, interesting. At first I was gonna just re-glue them back in there and then I was like, wait, I could put hair in that. And it was really funny because like after I had thought about rerouting this one, Ray messaged me and was like, hey, can you reroute my doll? Because his is a Deuce as well. And I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. I thought it was hilarious because I was already thinking about rerouting this one. So, yeah, and what I did is I blushed him. I actually blushed this doll. I'm still working on pastels. I actually did this blushing 4 times. Like what you guys see is the 4th time I did it. The blushing, not the actual face up, because the face up I usually get it pretty right on the first time. And I forgot what I was saying because I'm a derp. And that was my stomach if you heard that. Anyway, so I'm trying to get better with the blushing, but I don't know, practice makes perfect, so I finally did it the 4th time and I actually was pretty happy with it, so I kept it. I did blush around the eyes, which with the eyebrows and with the gold that I added, you don't really see. Like I made the eyes kind of sunken in, like I blushed the eyes like with a dark brown, and then I painted over it with a bit of gold, and then I added navy blue eyebrows, and then I did his eyes in like a dark yellow, or not a dark yellow, but I did them in yellow, and then if you guys ever seen my customs, like I do the iris and then I line the iris with like a darker color or a complementary color that like matches it. Like if I do like a light green, I'll go in with a darker green to line the iris just because I like the way that looks. So here I just did it with gold. So that. And then at first he didn't have painted lips. Like I didn't do his lips. But by the way, I tried to make him tribal-ish. I wanted him to be Egyptian, but I also still wanted to keep kind of the tribal look that I had originally wanted. Or not originally, but you know, my style. So that's why he has like gold across his face, because it's kind of like that tribal band that I give my tribal dolls sometimes. And then I gave him that stripe across the lip that I do on a lot of my dolls too. I didn't want to go too far because I was thinking about like doing copper dots and like doing other things, and I was like, keep it simple because it's still an Egyptian doll and I didn't want to go too far. So painted the top lip copper, painted the bottom one dark blue, navy blue, and then I did the gold stripe on the lip. And ouch. And ow. Oh, my back. Okay, that feels better. Sorry, you guys. I know some people that sounds like a really painful thing, but it feels really good for me because I'm always sitting, and working on things, so my back always gets really stiff, and doing that unstiffens my back. Just so you guys know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was done with the face up. Oh, and then I gave him like a nose ring. It's the first time I ever have done a nose ring, and I was actually out of small jump rings, so I actually had to bend like a really big jump ring in order to, like, if you see how big this is, that's the size of jump ring. I had to shrink into that, and I still feel like it's a little too big, but whatever. I'm happy with the way it looks, so that's the only thing that matters. And on this side, there we go. So I got this earring that has chains on it. I got just a plain hoop right here. And then I got this earring that has, like, it's just an earring. And then on this side, there's a hoop that has a chain that connects to the the one that's on his lobe, and from that it has this feather, which the feather is always kind of like my signature tribal thing, because I put feathers on my tribal dolls all the time. And then the collar is basically, it's the black leather. Like, if you've seen like any of the leather things I've done, it's that exact same black leather. I just painted it gold. And then this is hot glue. I just hot glue the whole thing. And it's one piece. And if you're wondering, oh, well, if she wants to take that off, how do you take that off? The head can easily be popped off. Like, I mean, you can just easily just pop it off without any problems, really. You don't have to heat it or anything. If you guys ever seen the inside of like the neck peg that keeps the doll heads on, the two pegs that go out like this to keep the head on, when I did Seven's doll, it broke one of those peg pieces off, but the head still went on perfectly fine. I could just pop it off easier, and I was like, wait, it doesn't do anything to the head staying on, because all it does is really just make the head almost permanently onto the doll body. So what I did is, when I took this head off, is I actually did the same thing I did to Seven's, which is I cut the pegs off. So all there is that ball joint, and as you can see, He still has the same amount of movement. His head's not like gonna fall off or anything. So if she ever does want to take this off, all she has to do is take the head off, and it pops off real easily. If I don't know when I'll post Seven's review. It depends on when he gets his doll, but in that review I actually pop his head off and put, you know, I show it so you guys can actually see like what I do, kind of. I don't think I did it like straight on in camera, but you know what I mean. Hot glue, I really like it. Kind of gave the color more texture, which is what I wanted. And the hot glue actually helps it give it the shape to stay like that. So, and this, you can also put it in a ponytail if you wanted. Gina, if you watch this, you don't have to keep it down. Because he does look good in a ponytail. Because I've done it. When I was doing his face, it was in a ponytail. Excuse me. I wanted to cover up his scales, so I sponged on this navy blue color, and then I put the, I almost said Eye of Horus, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I'm an idiot, and I'm tired, so Gina knows what it's called. I know what it's called, I can't remember at the second, so put that on his arm, because it was just, it's like an Egyptian thing. I just was like, And then, I actually came up with this idea, because I was like, his arms look too plain. He needs cuffs. So, I was going to make hot glue ones, and then I was like, wait, can't I just make leather ones? So, that's what I did. And there we go. So that's what I did. And then I painted them gold. So you can see like right there, that's where I sew. But I put it in the direction that's less going to be seen, so can't really see it. Because it's constantly, the way I put it is it's like facing down at all times. Unless like I go like that, then you can see it. But you can always just like spin it around. And you're not going to see it in pictures or anything. So. And I did that. And then this skirt was interesting. It was something new for me. I actually cut and sewn. Well, I didn't sew it completely by hand. What I did is I folded the fabric in half and then sewed where I had halved it, like with my sewing machine. And then what I did was hand sewn it shut in the front and then sewn the leather gold part that this is onto the actual skirt. So this can come off. You can pull it off. Both the leather and this is stretchy enough that you can pull it off. Takes a little bit of muscle, but because I made it so form-fitting to him. But I mean, you can take it off. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. I mean, Oh, and I actually forgot to say, I blushed him. Because I felt he needed it. I blushed his head, and I thought, if I didn't blush his body, he's gonna look weird. So I did, which it makes him look a little more emaciated. Mummy-like. I don't know what the correct word is, but you know. Hopefully you guys know what I'm saying. And I didn't make him shoes. I don't know if I'll make him shoes. I've thought about it, but then I'm like, I like him barefoot. I'm weird. Oh, and I also blushed his hands, by the way. And I kind of put a little bit of dark in between his toes, which you can't totally see, but I mean, if you look at them, you'll see them. You can't really see in camera, but meh. So that's pretty much him. And then I was like, you know what, he needs something else. He needs something else. He can't just be an Egyptian king without a staff of some sort. So I made him a staff. And this is out of clay and a skewer stick. And that's a bead at the bottom and embroidery floss for the handle. And my sculpting skills, as far as anything other than, like, I still am trying to, like, sculpt things better and better. Animals are not something I'm really good at, okay? So this is supposed to be a snake, if you couldn't guess. And I tried really hard to make it look like a cobra. And I didn't want to put a whole bunch of definition into it because I wanted it to look like a smooth piece of gold or something like that. I don't know. I just like the look of not a whole lot of detail. Although I did put red for like the eyes, like he has ruby eyes or something like that. And then I really like that part of the little staff part. And he can hold it and stuff. Kind of stick it in like that. Now, I don't think you can, like, put it in and wave him around because it's not going to stay in like that. But, I mean, it's pretty good. I really like this staff. It came out pretty good. I made this today. All in one day. I made it. And I'm really happy with it. So, yeah. So, for the most part, that's Gina's doll. That's this custom. The Egyptian dude. I don't know. I don't name customs that are for other people. That's for the other people to name. So if I have a name for him before I put this up, it'll be in the title. His name will be in the title if I have a name. If I get a name for him before I put this up. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your custom, Gina. I had a lot of fun making this one. Like, I have a lot of fun making all customs, because I really enjoy it. I'm thinking about making some other things. Like I said, I'm still on the fence about making him shoes, which aren't that hard to make. I just have to, like, do it, but, yeah. I think I'm gonna let the pictures roll so you guys can see anything that you didn't see in picture form. And we're back. So, yeah, again, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little show and tell of my custom. And I hope Gina loves her doll. I'm sorry I took so long. I also blushed the back, by the way, if you guys if I didn't show that. Yeah. And this one, hands move, just so you guys know. And I painted the nails. Yeah, links to her channel are gonna be right there. Face up video right there. Playlist right there. And my subscribe you bubble right there. So you don't have to click the links if you don't want to, but please click Gina's link. She has a lot of awesome videos and I just love watching her. So yeah. That's gonna be it. Bye.